Hello YouTube. One of the things that I learned when I was first studying the tarot was you should never read for yourself. Now this is something I've totally never understood. From my point of view, if you can't read for yourself, how are you going to read for other people? For one thing, it familiarizes yourself with the tarot deck. It helps you problem solve in your life. It gives you answers, maybe not the answers that you necessarily want at the time, but it does give you answers. I think part of the reasoning behind this is the fact that if you read for yourself, you might not be totally honest with yourself with the cards that you draw. But for me, it's never been a problem. Yes, I've drawn cards that I didn't particularly like, and I can remember one time in particular that I drew a card and I didn't like it, and the thing is that that card actually came true. The events that was related to that card actually did come true in my life, and it was nice to get a warning about that. But at the same time, if you read for yourself, those type of things will happen. But the whole idea of not reading for yourself is something I do not subscribe to. One of the things that I do is when I read for myself, a lot of times I use the standard Rider-Waite deck. And I use this when I read for myself, and I also do tarot meditations. And I think that's really good for those of you who are studying the tarot, who've been reading for a long time, or for those of you who are just starting out. Say you have a death in your life, someone dies that you're really close to. One of the cards to meditate on would be this card right here, death. Or say that you're trying to make a really hard decision in your life, but a Two of Swords could be really good at that also. Sorry about the glare. My camera kind of has this glare when I hold things up to it. But anyway, those are the things that I do with my tarot cards, other than just doing readings for myself. Actually, the position that I find myself in a lot is this card right here, the Hermit, because I do a lot of study. I study music, and I study the occult, and things of that nature. So I find myself a lot of times being a hermit. So this is one card that I can definitely relate to, and I meditate on. But as I said before, there's a ton of things you can do with the tarot other than just reading the tarot for yourself. You can do spells. I have a deck, a Rider-Waite deck that's actually, I would say, about this small. I would grab it, but I don't feel like getting up at the moment. But it's a smaller tarot deck than this, and I use that for spell work. I usually take 3 cards and I burn a candle. It could be like a red candle for energy. It could be a green candle for prosperity. It could be a purple candle just to help open up my third eye. And I would grab tarot cards that correspond with that. So that's another way that I use the tarot for myself, and I've always used the tarot. If you want to know what type of witch I am or what type of magic I do, one of the things I do is I use a lot of tarot spells and crystals too. But the tarot is just something that I'm really drawn to, probably because I'm an artist. I think that has something to do with it also. And I have a wide variety of decks, but when I read for myself, or I'm just studying the tarot, or meditating, or doing things along those lines, I pretty much go with the Rider-Waite deck. But I have other decks too. Alright, so that is my opinion on doing readings for yourself. I know that other people have different opinions on this, and I mean, if it doesn't work for you, then don't read for yourself. But for me personally, that is something that I do, and I've never really come across any problems with that. So that's just my take on it. Alright, until next time, love is the law, and Peace.